Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is the case of the Idaho quadruple murders. May the victims rest in peace, condolence to their families, and may justice be served. I just made a previous clip trying to show these figures. I believe most of y'all have understood it. I can see one or two of y'all seem to be a bit confused. I'll show you all again. You can see a figure there, and you can see the dog there, allegedly. And this was right when the Bandfield alcohol minus stop was going on. You can see the undercover cop, his car is at this corner, the silver car. The light is on. You'll see some cars there parked in, was it Taylor Avenue or Taylor Lane? The figures came from that direction. The date is written there, 13th November 2022, 3:15 and 55 seconds. You can see the figure no matter what. And that looks like Murphy or a dog. You can see it clearly now. I believe there are more figures behind that person. And this is someone inside a white car. I wonder if this was the car the police were searching for. Somebody asked me if there was a vest inside his car. It does look like there's a green vest. And there's two figures standing outside on the side, near the side of the car. The person has on a lampshade or something on top of his head. That's why it's difficult to see. And yeah, there are figures standing next to him, I believe, outside the car. In fact, you can see the figures clearer now. So there are two figures standing outside, and there's one person in the car. You can still see the figures on the right hand side of the car. Looks like somebody with a mustache, if I'm not wrong. Look at this picture of Jack D. right after the murders. This is what Saeed was watching on his phone. These are the pictures he was watching. This was when the Bandfield alcohol minor stop was going on. All these things that are showing y'all was happening behind the trees. And that is where the figures came running from to the Sigma Chi. This was a picture from TikTok. Somebody found this on Linda Lane. I don't know how accurate it is. I'm just showing you all. This was the person seen that night in front of 1122 Kings Road, allegedly, with this mask. Many people said it was DM, his boyfriend, QK, Queen Kelly. You can see the injury on the lips. This was what the girl was watching near the grub truck, the girl with the hat. I've always said number 9 was putting something in Maddie's mouth. I'm showing you a clear picture, a still image. His hand is clearly inside her mouth. Trigger warning. So I don't understand why toxicological tests are not important according to the coroner. All this plotting was going from the grub truck. I think it started from the corner club, allegedly. You can see that. There's been so much dispute about that. People tell me that I was imagining. This can't be an imagination. He couldn't have been putting a ticket in her mouth. Why would he do that? And why would Maddie accept that? May she rest in peace. He was putting something in her mouth and he went in, he got it from the left-hand corner. He waved to someone and he got something. Trigger warning, this is another picture. The people in the grub truck was watching. Seems to me somebody's on the floor, a female. Allegedly. This is what Joe Vito was watching. You can see 3 guys. One has a black dicky outroll, I think. The one behind has a jacket and a white hoodie. And the third one just has white clothes on. This was the crowd who was calling Xana's name. Jack S. was already wearing white gloves, a white hoodie, a black cap. He covered himself well and is trying to avoid the cameras. It's quite strange. But he has on white gloves. This is what number 9 did to number 8. He gave him that sign before he put something in Maddie's mouth. So he's going to put her to sleep, I guess. There's Joe Vito with his Coca-Cola can, flashing it around. I don't know what kind of signals he's giving out there. Rest in peace, Xana and Ethan. Rest in peace, Kaylee. And rest in peace, Maddie. Rest in peace, Ethan. May justice be served. Those were the figures running. So Bethany knows a lot. Bethany Funk has information material to charges against Mr. Koberger. She was interviewed by police on several occasions. She disclosed things she heard and things she saw. Ms. Funk has exculpatory evidence to the defendant. Ms. Funk's information is unique to experiences and cannot be provided by another witness. This was the guy who was throwing something in the bin or getting something out of the bin. There's a lot of movements going on that night. He was one of the 3 that got stopped in Bandfield. He did have on a glove, but it's a strange kind of glove. I think it's the one people use to protect themselves from cutting themselves. This picture was on Jack D's TikTok. He took it down after the murders. Look at his fingers. I've always said that he's got injury on his fingers. And his face, actually. This is one of the guys in Bandfield. Look at his hand. He injured his hand. Trigger warning. You can see the wound in his hand. These were the things Saeed was watching on his phone. This was all on Saeed's phone. And pay attention to Saeed's neck. He has injuries on the right side of his neck. There's a swollen lump there, and you can see cuts. All these people allegedly involved. So you can see he's watching it on his phone. So the pictures that I've shown you is all from his phone, and some are from the grub truck. Were they all watching the crimes? Was there some kind of live stream? This picture is a picture I really find strange and creepy. This is David Lott sitting on the sofa of the victims outside the house, the black leather sofa. You can see it. And I don't think they know that he's sitting there. Was he sitting and planning these crimes, allegedly? Just a question. It's very strange. All these pictures were surfing around social media in the beginning. And this is the alleged photo of Dylan in the pink mask. The person in the black mask is supposed to be Quinn Kelly, allegedly, but he says it wasn't him. So there were two people wearing masks that night. And Dylan had it on a VSCO account. She deleted it. And it was even on her Snapchat. They made it all private. This is when the crowd was calling Xana's name. They're watching something on their mobile devices too. I think this is Maddie's jacket on the floor, the black long coat. And it looks like something black is in the bushes. It's hard to see. But all these people that I was showing you was behind these trees. This was all on Saeed's phone. This was on Joe Vito's phone. Police were called to the frat house that Ethan and Xana were at that night of the killings. Fraternities and sororities remained tight-lipped. Obviously, they're going to be tight-lipped. With everything going on, they know exactly what happened to the girls and Ethan. May they rest in peace. I'll end it with these two pictures. There's the figure. There's the dog, allegedly. It is the dog. It is Murphy. So is that Jack D, I wonder? I used to always believe somebody was sitting inside that white car. I don't know why. Looks like there are more figures upstairs actually. But it's quite dark. So they were hiding in plain sight. Isn't that strange? Right in front of the undercover cops. Here's the person sitting inside the car. Somebody asked me if he had a vest inside his car. I think the green thing could be a vest, but his car looks like a white car or silver car. Remember, the police said they were searching for occupants or occupant in a white car near the area. Is that someone on the left-hand side? Not sure. This picture, you can actually see somebody standing on the driver's side. Outside, if you see somebody in black clothing, they look like they have a mustache. So we have at least 2 or 3 people there. This is the closest I can zoom into. You can still see the person sitting, and you can see the dog. That's the shape of a dog, definitely. So those are the pictures I had to share. And I really believe that's a person sitting there, and there's a dog there. There are a lot of figures roaming around, and a lot of people. This needs to be investigated. I don't believe Brian Christopher Koberger was here at that time. He was supposed to have come at 4:25 or 4:05. This was all going around between 2:55 to 3:20, I believe. So I believe whatever was happening here, unfortunately, had to do with Kaylee and Maddie. Eaton and Zana must have had issues earlier on around the night, around 2 a.m. The reason I say 2 a.m. is because Eaton's mother said 2 a.m. is the hardest time for us all. I've always said I believe it was 2 separate attacks, and all the victims were the targets, unfortunately. May justice be served. Please like, share, and subscribe. Condolence to the families. And I hope this helps to shed a light at least. There were more people in the Bandfield, and that needs to be investigated. I really believe this could have something to do with the 4chan. And we had 4 to 5 figures running at 3:12, I believe, or 3:17, 3:12. So was all these figures hiding around here before they ran? Justice for the victims. May the correct justice be served.